I am low-key salty that Bandai Namco US just came out and said the roster is complete. Nope, I just read it backwards. That's how tilted I am. But literally, it left the whole Jump Force fandom community and a lot of gamers in frustration, and everybody was pissed off. As corny as it could be, I had a self-realization that we still have DLC characters coming to Jump Force, 9 to be exact. But what are those DLC characters? Now, I also want to say with Jump Force Ultimate Edition comes out in a couple of days, so I would rather speculate now than wait till later because it'll just be useless. And the reason why is because since the game is coming to Steam and PC, you can literally data mine it and find out all other DLC characters. It happens with super bigger games like Smash Bros even, and that's on Switch, or even other fighting games in the past. They all get data mined and the characters get revealed. Literally, a game I'm covering as well, Mortal Kombat 11, pretty much the whole roster just got leaked for that game. So that being said, enough of all that mumbo jumbo. This is my 9 character DLC wish list and also predictions of characters who I think will be in the final roster for Jump Force. Hear me out, LGI, let's get it, let's go. Number 1, it's Bakugo Kachan, Katsuki, whatever you want to call him. He is from My Hero Academia. He is Deku's rival. Why do I think he's going to be in the game? If you paid attention to it, we had some advertisements where it says, "I've been waiting for you, Deku," or it was Kachan, one of the others, literally portraying that he will potentially be a DLC character already. Number 2, a lot of fans are not just okay with just the representation of Deku. I strongly believe Deku is strong enough to be on his own. However, Bakugo would definitely spice up the roster. And I think Shueisha or Shueishua, I'm sorry if I pronunciate that wrong, literally, I think it would just be smart at this point to start adding more characters to the newer and more popular franchises besides the big 3 and Jump Force, literally for marketing reasons. So, rather pay for a character that I would really like to play with and have, instead of just giving us characters that you think should be representing the 50th anniversary of Shonen Jump at that point. Because DLC is different from base roster. Base roster is like free stuff. DLC, you have to pay for it. So what would be smart is just give people the most popular characters from whatever franchise are in the game, or most popular characters that are not in Jump Force. That's my little thing I want to say before I even continue. So that's how I feel about Bakugo coming to Jump Force. Next character on my list, y'all might be shocked about this one. Hear me out. And I just thought about this. Sarada Uchiha should be in Jump Force. Now, let me explain why. Number 1, if you paid attention to the big 3 that was already in Jump Force, and they're counting Boruto as part of the Naruto roster, by the way, or something like that, I do believe that they want to add another representative, another female character. Sarada would make sense. Most people like Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki. That would be the perfect trio for this game to represent Boruto in its entirety. But legitimately, Sarada is literally, in my opinion, a cooler Sakura to a degree. And at the same time, I feel like since they're using the 7 Hokage Scarlet Springs Boruto, or even manga Boruto, we really need to know a little bit more details on Boruto, because it's a mixture, a little bit of everything. I feel like they could do that with Sarada, and I feel like I would pay for Sarada as a DLC character. Like, I would have put Sarada in before freaking Kaguya, to keep me honest with you. But I think Sarada would fit this game perfectly. Just throw them 2 in there, really popular, marketable characters. And for a lot of people out there, on a side note, you'd be like, she might not be that popular, or she might not be. Again, using Crunchyroll data from anime watchers across the world and manga readers, literally, Boruto is still really popular. Despite if you hate it, it's a really popular series across the world in 2018. So don't hit me with none of that. Boruto, Sarada deserves a spot as some of a lot of these other characters. Now, another character I want to talk about, we still need at least one more female character for Jump Force. And that's the last female character out of any other character. It's literally Medaka Box. They're probably like, yeah, why not something from the big 3? I'll explain that towards the end of the video. Literally, Medaka deserves her spot. She is, I said this 1,000 times in multiple videos, she is literally the face of female representation in the Shonen Jump. At least in the 50th anniversary. She is the one of the main protagonists ever that's a female. The only cool other female protagonist that I could think about, and don't hear me out, there's 2 animes I'm thinking of, but that don't have reliance to Shonen Jump and stuff like that. Literally, I only think of freaking Can I Kill Ryoko's Naoto and Violet Evergarden. But who from Shonen Jump? Medaka box. Put her in the game. Now the next one, this is why I made my stream the other day, because I was actually disappointed that he wasn't in the game. The roster would have been flawless, but they took out one of the most important characters. Even if you didn't watch Hitman Reborn, even if you don't know about the story of the lore of the character, 2 things everybody can agree on. 1, he looks really cool. 2, if you played J-Stars, his moveset and his gameplay style was phenomenal. We need that energy back in Jump Force. They don't really have that many characters the way he moved in J-Stars. I'm gonna keep it real. He had combos. I felt like I was playing a fighting game when I was playing freaking Tsunayoshi. Give me my boy Tsunayoshi Sawada from freaking Hitman Reborn. I'm not playing with y'all. Stop tweaking on my man Suna. You could say he's not popular, but everybody been talking about him since he has not been included into the roster. I think Bandai has taken note, and as well as Bandai should have already known after E3, he was one of the most requested characters besides Medaka and Jotaro and Dio to come into this game. We literally got, 25% of that. Where the other 2? So give me my boy Suna and Jump Force. Now, next character, a lot of people, and I want to bring this up for the fans in the back, Seto Kaiba deserves a spot. I was always a firm believer of Seto being playable in the game. His deck of cards is completely not pathetic like Yugi's. I'm playing. I tried to make a joke. It didn't work at all. But literally, his moveset will be completely different from Yugi's. And here's the thing. I don't care if you don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Or don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! You possibly know of Yu-Gi-Oh! One main thing from Yu-Gi-Oh! You probably know about is Blue Eyes White Dragon and Seto Kaiba. That would be big. Just having Blue Eyes in the game. Like, off rip, you don't even need Kaiba. The Blue Eyes could just be in the game, and people are like, huh? That's really cool. That is something from everybody's childhood that I would pay for. Kaiba makes the most sense as a DLC character. And I'm going to keep it real with you. That's just how I feel. Now, the next character on my list is legitimately, no, stop. I want to also bring up that people usually say, I want Bakura, the final antagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! I would like him too. However, everybody's focused on Kaiba, and it just makes sense to put Yugi and Kaiba side by side. Literally, that'd be kind of raw Jump Force, having them on the team or having them dialogue go against each other. Because, if they would do it for DLC, be like, I have to defeat you in this realm of, with all these other characters. This is my only chance. It just makes sense story-wise to put that up in some kind of format. Anywho, now, next character is a Black Clover character. I said earlier that I think Shueisha will be smart this time around. Instead of adding more big 3 characters, they will add potentially more characters from the newer franchises that are in this game. The newer franchises are Boruto, My Hero Academia, and Black Clover. Literally, Black Clover, is a rival to Asta. At the same time, they're best friends. And the difference between most of the other rivals in these shonen games is that they don't have some type of dark entity to them. Well, if you watch or read Black Clover, you know this. But at the same time, fights completely different from most rivals. What I mean by that are second characters. Literally, Sasuke and Hiei are kind of similar in a way. Like, they both use darkness, Amaterasu, fire-like stuff. As to, like, Bakugo and are completely different from Asta and Midoriya. So I think would be really cool. Having a win-like user in this game, seeing how they do that and adapt that will be pretty cool. I think that would be fire. I think makes the most sense to be a DLC character. Some people bring up Yami, understand, but as representation wise, I think it'll be either Noelle or maybe because those are the really most popular characters besides Yami. So that's my take on that. Now, my next character on this list, I'm gonna throw y'all for a curveball. My next character on this list is going to be Gintoki. I want to talk about Gintoki before I talk about my last character. Now, Gintoki, I don't understand why he's not in this game. He should have been base roster. He deserved it. I think his manga and anime is coming to an end or already ended at this point. Literally, he is like the comedic face of Shonen Jump. Representation for him, he deserved to be in before any other character in this roster. At least half of the characters. Let me not say all, but half the characters that got into this roster, Gintoki should have been in the game. Literally off of principle and off of respect to that franchise and what it's done across Japan and the world. Like, Gintoki is known as, you may not watch it, but you know it's funny. And a lot of people that did watch Gintoki, Gintama, you know about the movie. And that was lit. And he's really serious. He's a really serious character besides the funny comedic aspects. So keep that in mind. Gintoki deserves this spot. But the last character I thought about, and I did some research for this last character. And it doesn't seem too far-fetched, but I don't know if they will add another one. But they literally kept JoJo's as the last character for Jump Force, right? So it only makes sense we need another JoJo character. Now, me personally, it could be a character who I would want was probably Giovanni from Part 5 Golden Wind, or even Josuke from Part 4. But in this case, I do want to see, and I did some research, old man Joseph Joestar. I said Joseph. I'm sorry, Jonathan Joestar, whatever. I get them confused so much, I apologize. But you know, old man, he got the like purple tentacles. And if you watch Part 3, he came back from Part 2. And legitimately, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, bro, he will be lit. Like, legit, he will make so many people happy. And one, it will appease the fans of Part 2 in a way. Because literally, you got your, you know, Joseph Joestar, Jonathan Joestar. I'm confusing them a lot. I apologize. I always confuse them because, one, they look somewhat similar to me, and it bothers me a little bit. But yeah, I think he will fit. I think he'll be one of the coolest DLC characters for actually adding more JoJo's to the roster. I think people would lovely enjoy that. So that's all the time I got for y'all today. It's your boy Avataryaya. I don't want to make this video no longer. Follow me on Twitter at avataryayaTV. Comment down below the 9 DLC characters you would like to see in this game. I have some honorable mentions that I do want to bring up for you guys, such as I want to bring up like if they add more Big 3. Let's assume if they were adding more Big 3 characters, Gohan should make it. Let's be real, Gohan should make it. They add any more Big 3 for DLC, a really cool one, if not modern, would be Tachi Uchiha. And if they add any more Dragon Ball characters to the roster, you might as well add freaking Majin Buu or Kid Buu or Super Buu just to complete the trio of the Dragon Ball Z villains. And that's just how I feel. So tell me how you guys feel about that. Join my Discord. Excuse me, I had to burp right there. But legit, it's your boy Avataryaya. Join my Discord. We could talk. Just say hi at me. I'll get to you shortly when I see it. So just come through. We can have a community, y'all. Anywho, it's your boy Yaya. And remember, you guys are golden and that is raw. Squalla. Peace.